Hey guys, what's up? This is episode 7. Very excited to bring you guys today's episode. Let's see what has happened. It is the 29th of December 2019, so the new year has not happened yet. The last call we had was 3 days ago. Barsin is just continually growing. Let's see if he went ahead and dealt with the PayPal issues. And let's get an update of what happened. I'm curious.
Yeah, man, things are going pretty all good. Like that whole PayPal thing, it's still getting I'm sorting it out still.
Okay.
Like they asked for some more stuff, but I mean, it's not that much of a problem. I've been doing that, and yeah, the store's doing all right today. It's about 2:30 p.m. Yeah, I launched the add to carts last night, and I don't think they do too good. Like they're just doing fine.
Oh, congrats, $45,000. Barsin has hit $45,000. He's still pushing forward despite all those issues. So yeah, he's killing it. I think he said he hit $2,000 and it's the start of the day or something. So he's killing it at the moment.
Yeah, guys, I was just still going through the PayPal battle, but I was just like going through it, and I was just not looking back. Yeah, bro, it's really nice. We had a couple refunds, and like I've stick to that rule, the 24 hours and stuff. But there's just some people, it's so frustrating. Like they go and contact PayPal, so I said it's better I do it. And then there was one person where they wanted a refund like almost like 2 days after, and then I said, yeah, I said like we already shipped it out to you. If you'd still like a refund, you'd have to send the parcel back to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then yeah, that was all sorted. But yeah, I had someone, they just bought it, and then legit 1 minute after they bought it, they said they found a cheaper price. So can you refund me? Then I was like, okay, fine, I guess, because it was less than 24 hours, so I refunded them too.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
And if you refund it, you actually didn't lose any money. But
Exactly.
That's pretty good. Like you did one day that is that $5,000?
Yeah, and one day I did 6K actually. Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I just have me scale back up to those levels because I'm still really profitable each day, but I just want to keep going up, you know?
Awesome. Maybe it's because you're killing Adsets too early, because I've noticed that you kill your Adsets at like $20, even if you get very cheap add to carts.
Yeah.
That's definitely not good for scaling because you're losing a lot of potential good ad sets. So if you want to spend this call going over your ads, we can definitely do that. So you can open up your ad account.
Yeah, because with fulfilling orders, we've actually been pretty good with that. I've been doing a lot of that, and customer emails, everything's just been spot on. So it's all good.
So there's retargeting 2.0. Okay, that's pretty good.
The
$7.
retargeting is the same exact one as last time.
Perfect.
Yep, so this is how it's going. The retargeting's, that's really profitable, the retargeting.
Perfect. You can max out the budget.
Oh, yeah. So should I keep going up, scaling with this?
Yes. And then you can also do view content, no add to cart.
Oh, okay, definitely.
That's going to do very well. So that's one that you definitely have to jump on. You guys are literally seeing everything. Like this is as transparent as you can see. This is so real. Took a look of his retargeting ads, now going into his main testing ads. I like to keep everything in just like one campaign. So here's his sort of one main campaign, and we go over sort of what to do when you get to high budgets. As you can see, following our vertical scaling strategy, he was able to just like keep doubling the budgets up to $100. Like a lot of other gurus teach you to like just duplicate a bunch of $5 ad sets. He's been able to successfully edit the budget all the way up to $100 a day, and the ROAS is still at 3.1. Like this stuff works, guys.
Yeah, guys, vertically scaling is actually really powerful because once you've got a winning ad set, you can just keep adding gas to the fire. And most of the time, if your product's strong enough, like I've seen some ad sets even run at like $5,000 a day. So $100 is only the beginning. Yeah, with this one, it's been going pretty well. I mean, I've been handling the budgets with the ones that are doing good and stuff. Like $100 a day, still got a 3.10 ROAS. This one's doing really well.
That one you might consider to like try double it to $200.
Yeah, actually a couple of days ago, I put it to 200. Didn't do too good. I gave it like a day and a half, so then I went back to 100. So I was wondering if it keeps doing well, should I just go back to the 200, right?
Yes, and then I'd leave an ad set for 3 days to really see how it performs before bringing it back down. A lot of people, they do what you do, where they have one bad day after they increase the budget, they get sort of nervous and they get triggered and they bring the budget back down. That's sort of how you not scale, and that's how you actually get that's how you lose money. because
Oh,
now when you brought it back down, it has to re-optimize at $100, and
yeah.
you lost, $200. Now you're gonna lose like $300.
Yeah.
So when you increase the budget, you want to let it run for at least 2 to 3 days before you really make a decision to bring it back down.
Okay, so I think it'd be easier if I just do everything in terms of touching up the budget every 2 to 3 days, so I can all do it at once, and so like it's like a process.
And then sort of another big thing we go over, I think Barsin when he started, since his profit margin was so large, he was killing things that were profitable, but like not too much profit, just because his profit margin was so large. So I think his break-even point might have been like say 1.3, 1.4, 1.45 ROAS, but he'll kill things that were at 1.7 ROAS or even 2 ROAS, which is pretty crazy. But you definitely want to leave anything that was profitable running, because one, you're not losing any money, and two, you're collecting data.
Yeah, guys, that was definitely a rookie mistake of mine, but yeah, I learned a lot from that mistake.
So for example, let's do scaling right now. What you want to do is you want to put everything in lifetime, which is good. And then let's sort of sort everything by ROAS.
Yeah. Okay. So ROAS.
Okay, now let's scroll down. Let's start with killing. I always like to start with killing. So let's scroll down all the way to the lowest ROAS Adsets. Okay, what's your break-even point?
1.69.
Okay, so that's profitable. So it looks like you're killing a lot of Adsets that are 1.6. Wait, what's your break-even again?
1.69.
1.69, so 1.7. You're killing a lot of Adsets that are 1.7 to 2.2. So meaning there's a lot of profitable Adsets bringing in profitable or break-even sales that you're killing for no reason. So that's something I want you to stop doing, because that's definitely what's sort of stopping you from scaling. Every time an Adset is break-even or bringing in some data, you're killing it just because it's not making you a large amount of profit. If you're always expecting a large amount of profit, you'll never be able to scale, because as you scale to higher days, your margin decreases, but you actually make more money. So you have to get used to that. When you increase the budget, your ROAS is going to decrease. And that's something you just have to get used to.
Yep, definitely. All right, I'll learn from that.
Got it. And then also, since you're sort of making money, you should be more lenient. You should be letting your Adsets run to sort of near break-even point. So for example, you want to kill it if it gets expensive cost per clicks. So show me your average cost per click at the moment.
Average is 12 cents.
Got it. So if the cost per click is over 50 cents, that's when you kill the Adset.
Okay,
now the next metric.
Yeah. Wait, what exactly was cost per click?
CPC.
Yeah, like what is it? Like, is it if they click on the video or?
When they click on the link going to your website. Do you have a cost per view content?
No, I don't have it here, but I can add it.
What's your break-even point in dollars?
$57.
You want to be looking at your cost per view content. If your cost per view content is over, say, $1.50, then you want to kill the Adset straight away.
Okay, alright.
Now, if it's under $1.50, you want to let it run to probably $15 cost per add to cart.
Okay, $15.
Now, if it's under $15 add to cart, you don't kill it.
Yeah.
Next, you then want to run it to probably $50.
Yep. Alright, so just run Adsets up to like around $50.
Correct. And I think another thing we refine off, since we haven't talked about this much during this series, we go over killing, how to go ahead and kill, what to look for. If add to carts are expensive, maybe you kill early. And I think this episode we just really focus on refining sort of Barsin's Facebook ads and sort of really put together a clear killing strategy, because killing is just as important as scaling. If you don't know when or how to kill, then you're going to be either losing a bunch of profits or like losing a bunch of potential profits.
Okay, has that been the main thing that's really been holding me back, I think?
Because you're killing everything. And if you're constantly killing Adsets, how can you scale?
Yeah, exactly. That's so true.
Adset that has potential. The more sort of revenue you make depends on the number of Adsets you have running.
Yeah, that's actually really true. Because I just have an average amount of Adsets, like 40 in this running. It's not too much, And
if you think about it, 2 weeks ago, you had around 48 Adsets as well.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, true. But in reality, I should by now have like 150, 200 or more, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, and then I would have been pulling higher revenue as well, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay, so that's like my main mistake that I never knew, but it's good I know now.
And here's another important rule. I think this is sort of when I established this sort of model of like our program. More ads equals more money. So if you notice, like a week ago, Barsin was still at 48 ad sets. And after a week, he's still at 48 because he just launched some, killed some, and he wasn't growing the amount of ad sets within his campaign. And that's sort of when I just made things simple. More ad sets equal more money.
Exactly, guys. And even if you have a ad set that's just like breaking even, that's still bringing you back data and like email lists and everything, which you can actually use all that data for like email marketing and all that.
And
Okay,
you
I see.
only
So,
let it run to $50 if it gets under $15 add to carts, under
yep,
$1.50 cost per view contents.
yep,
Then we let it run to $50
yep.
because it
After
has
this,
a chance,
right.
and then that's what you want to apply to all your future assets that you launch. And
Yep,
then the longer you wait to do, say, for example, worldwide add to cart lookalike audiences, the
the
better.
better.
Um, for example, now like a lot of people want to just jump and do purchase lookalike audiences, but that's
Yeah,
probably the worst thing you could do. You just want to wait until it gets, 1,000 is the minimum. Ideally,
yeah,
you want it like 2,000 plus, 3,000 plus, 4,000 plus. Um,
yeah,
that's why you want to sort of focus on 95%, 25%,
yeah.
and then do. You should try lookalike audiences for 3 second view, 10 second
3 seconds.
view,
All right.
25%, 50%, 75%, as well
Yeah,
as top viewers by time spent, 25%,
yeah.
10%, and 5%. So that's like another
Okay.
8 audiences you could try lookalike audiences for. You could sort
Yeah,
of use the same format that we've been doing where we start with worldwide. And if
yeah.
worldwide does pretty well, we'll go ahead and look into sort of the top countries and create lookalike audiences for the top countries within those different custom audiences.
Right. Because you know that chart you gave me for 360 Glide where it shows all the countries. I've also put down all of my ones as well in my.
Perfect.
And I had a question. So tonight, should I launch like 50 ad sets or so?
Um, Let me think. How's your cash flow at the moment? Given that
Sorry.
you can't how's your cash flow at the moment? Given that you can't withdraw money from PayPal.
Yeah, so basically PayPal's holding like 7,000 of my money. Like it's just doing the thing, like the same problem we had last time. And that's like 7,000. But then my credit cards, it's going fine. Like my mom's credit card, like we're handling it well.
Okay, so if that's the
Yeah.
case, then yeah, launch. Because I don't want you to panic if you launch 50 and they're all bomb.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
possibility.
Yeah.
And today is Sunday, so Monday's tomorrow. In the States, we're a day ahead, so it's not too bad right now. It's Saturday, and then you've got
Yeah.
Sunday, and then Monday is on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, try launch like 50 and see how it tries. And another thing, we go with perspective. This is super important. I know a lot of students, they go and they hit 6K days, and then now they're doing 1K days, and they just are like depressed. But they've forgotten that when they first started and they were struggling to get 2 to 3 sales, $1,000 a day was the dream. So dropshipping really, really skews your perspective where when you make high numbers, going back to a few $100s a day feels bad and depressing. That's what dropshipping does when it skews your perspective. And you always want to take a step back and remember that when you first got started, doing $50 a day was just all you wished for consistently. But you shouldn't be, don't get too sort of crazy where you're like, I want to hit 6K days again, I want to hit 8K days, I'm going to launch like 50, 60 or 100 ad sets and just let them run, because that's sort of how you really cut into your profits. As well as you forgot that you could also be testing new products, because the best way to have high margins as well as high profitability and actually hit high numbers is have 2 winning products running at the same time. And then as a result, a lot of dropshippers, they really just want to hit big numbers. They just want to launch a bunch of ad sets and they want to go ahead and just scale, but then they hit these big numbers, but their margin's like 5%. and it isn't even worth it because that 5% isn't worth all that stress and all that time. But obviously this isn't what Barsin was doing, but I just wanted to sort of give him a heads up that this isn't the route I want him to go down.
Exactly, guys. And if I followed that route and just increased all my budgets and ad sets and fell back to like 5% margins, like sometimes you think you're making 5% margins, but after all the fees and even like exchange rate fees, you could literally just be losing money. And I found a product that's basically so similar to this. It's like a detox foot pad where they like, it's like a plaster type of thing, and they put it on their foot and it like detoxes it, and you seal the detox on the thing. So it's literally the same product, but like a different version.
Perfect. Give that a try, and what you should do is launch it to your best performing interests and have a
Yep.
new campaign. Run 001 with all the 5 different interests that work very well for this product, and give that product a try. If not, put in a different health foot related product. And then we even touch up on testing similar products to your current winner, because that's an amazing way to sort of find other side small winners to back up your main winning product.
Exactly, guys. That's a great tactic. And I actually ended up doing that, and the detox foot pads actually worked pretty well for a few weeks. But unfortunately, I did that after this product died out. But if I did it when this product was still running, I could have just made my revenue go like skyrocketing. I was just wondering, so I launched 50 today, and then yeah, I'll just keep you updated anyway.
Yeah, keep me updated. Let me know how things go. With PayPal, just be prompt. What have they been asking so far? And now let's go ahead and get an update on Barsin's PayPal situation.
You know the same issue we had last time, how they said they limited our account? It's been like that, but then we had like another small problem where they've held some of our activity, like they've held some of the people that bought from us, they've held the money. Like see 1,100 hold. But I've got that sort. I put the tracking in for like the ones I could so far, and I've been in touch with my AliExpress supplier, trying her to give me the tracking code as soon as possible, which she's actually been a good job.
Latest invoice.
Yeah.
They just ask the latest invoice.
So to be honest, this should be sorted soon. But the problem is, like, has this happened to you? Because it actually says like they'll give it back one day after it actually gets delivered to the customer's house. Like.
Yeah. So click on the hold.
Yep.
Click on that. Yep. Then I want to read the actual description.
Yep.
I think it will be at the bottom, maybe. Nope. How about at the top? Any description? This amount is based on the on hold, view details there. On hold. At the bottom.
What is that?
On hold and view details.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Oh, well, actually, I just realized they sent an email about it. Like they sent this like for 5 of them that got.
Okay, perfect. Oh, so it was just random, 5 at random.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. So this is pretty normal. So what PayPal usually does is sort of does checks where they sort of hold a bunch of orders, where they go ahead and ask you to add tracking numbers to make sure that you're legit. And after you do this, they'll sort of do it less and less over time. But after you deal with this issue, you might have an actual hold where all future income that goes through PayPal, 20% will be held. And with that 20%, it will get released, say, in 50 days. That's sort of the general hold.
That's the one that Dropship make videos on there.
Correct. And it looks like Barsin was dealing with 2 different separate holds. 1, the holding of his whole account fund, and 2, the holding of every single payment. Every payment that goes through, there'll be a 20% hold. So Barsin was just juggling with both. And we sort of talk about it. Do you remember anything about this, Barsin?
I just remember that week especially was just so stressful. Thanks to PayPal.
Andy, I have a question regarding the is that necessary to register a company?
And then, now Barsin's sort of killing it. We go ahead and talk about sort of corporate structure, if Barsin should set up a company, what to do next. I think this is a lot of questions. A lot of people message me, should I set up a company? Should I get an ABN? Should I get a business number, LLC? The question is no. Until you made at least like $10,000 on Shopify, there's no point doing it. But Barsin's done like nearly 50,000. So go and discuss on what the next steps are. But you could just start with like a sole trader. That's sort of what you should start with. Company, you probably want to create when you probably reach past $250,000 in revenue. That's sort of when you want to get a company, and then we'll talk more in depth on. We could do that on the next call. We still need to talk about VAs, virtual assistants, but we could talk about the whole accounting structure and everything, and how you should be tracking everything. And I recommend we sort of do that on our next call as well. So let's add that. But right now, sole trader should work.
All right, sure. Because I'm an artist, so the past 2 years, the way I pay my tax as a self-employed like that, so I haven't had any specific name or things. Just I had dedicated one of my cars to receivable and payable, so I could trace it for the tax purposes. But this one, I just wanted to make sure because the other day I went to the bank to ask if to increase my the credit cards because I noticed the transaction and the turnover is getting high, and I need to have more possibility to do these things. So I wanted to increase my card, but they say for if you're doing business, you need to open the business account. And you have to have a company. But I didn't want to discuss with a lady because I have my own officer I can talk to. But I just wanted to know that since this transaction is not very much, so maybe is it possible we just do as our own income, which is definitely tax payable would be, but not to register for now any, which you are saying that yes, go as a sole trader.
Yeah, that's what we can do for now, and we'll go more in depth on our next call as well. So yeah, that's all these sort of things I do when it comes to accounting. You want to keep it simple, and we sort of go more in depth on that topic in the next few calls. But yeah, that's sort of end of episode 7. What is your thoughts, Barsin? This is quite a throwback.
Yeah, I just remember like during that week and even that month of scaling that product, like as you can see in this episode, we were mainly just scaling. That was the most stressful month I've ever had in my life because it was the first time I actually found like a winner, and I was actually facing all of these problems for the first time.
That's awesome, man. Tell me about like your thick skin. Like after going through that, like now you just are so much powerful. Like now you deal with these problems every single day. You're more agile. Like these things probably don't even make you flint anymore, do they, Barsin?
Yeah, so back then obviously it was just like scary and everything, but it just made me stronger. Like every problem you go through, it makes you stronger. I think I've been through like 3 or 4 PayPal holds since then, and it doesn't bother me too much. I found a couple strategies to get away from them, but in general, yeah, it just made me stronger.
That's it, guys. Like these issues are normal, and you guys are lucky that we get to show you guys what's going to happen and how to go ahead and solve them. So if you guys like this video, all I ask, hit the like button, click the links below, go to Barsin's Instagram, give him a follow, go ahead and go to his YouTube channel, give him a subscribe for sharing all this information. I'm very excited with this series. This is something that I'm definitely really proud of because I think this is probably one of the best series on YouTube ever when it comes to dropshipping content. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you guys want to go ahead and win $1,000 worth of courses or consulting course with me, the winning comment is here. If you guys want to win, all you have to do is drop a comment below, follow me on Instagram, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll be picking the best comment every single video. Go ahead and subscribe to Barsin's things. And yeah, question of the day, what's the toughest thing you've dealt with in business in general? Let me know, because this is pretty tough. What Barsin's dealing with, a lot of holds stacked on top of each other, especially when he's scaling and especially when things are so profitable. So let me know what's the toughest things you dealt with when it comes to business. And yeah, that's episode 7. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with the next episode. Peace. So we go ahead and talk about CBOs because that's the next thing that you guys were gonna get. But I talk about post-purchase retargeting. Like this is something that people don't talk about, but there's insane results. Just retargeting people who have purchased and saying, hey, thank you for ordering. You'll be surprised how many people go back to your store to purchase more items.
Yeah, guys, that's super important because you're basically targeting people who already know your store or like know your brand, and they're kind of more confident in purchasing again if they've already purchased from you.